welcome to the MudRoom, our weekly free and live uncommon sense parenting class. How's everyone today? It is the last week of November. I feel like I blinked and November flew by. And I think I've said that about every month this year, but 2019 in general just seems to have sped by and I can hardly believe it. And it's been a fantastic year for uncommon sense parenting. Just since August, we've added 20 new members to Parentability. The parenting posse has exploded to 6,000 members, and we've recorded 48 MudRoom episodes, which isn't quite weekly, but it's close enough for me. That said, this is the last MudRoom of 2019. We are going to be back for season 3 in January, and that is so hard to believe, but I am so excited that we're going into our 3rd year. Okay, before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Allana Robinson, and I'm a parenting effectiveness coach, and I help parents of toddlers, preschoolers, and kindergartners understand why their children are misbehaving and how to fix it without yelling, shaming, or coercion. I host the MudRoom, which is this, and I host the Parenting Posse, which is my free peer support Facebook group, and I host Parentability, which is my paid membership program where you get one-to-one support to help you figure out why your child is misbehaving and how to fix it. If you're watching, say hi. Let me know you're here. If you're watching the replay, throw a replay in the comments. If both of those is just putting yourself out there a little bit too much, just give us a thumbs up, give us a like, and let Facebook know that, hey, the MudRoom's pretty cool. Okay, so for our final episode of the MudRoom for 2019, fair warning, I am getting up on my soapbox a bit. 2020 is coming like a speeding bullet, and I know because I literally spend all day, almost every day, talking with parents of young kids, that a lot of you are really worried about your child's behavior over the holidays. You're really worried about being judged by family and friends. You're really worried about your child navigating the chaos of the holidays, and you're staring down the barrel of the next month, concerned about the level of energy that you're going to have to expend both parenting your child and defending your child from well-meaning but know-nothing Neds and Nancys. And what's coming up again and again in my conversations with parents when they're trying to apply uncommon sense strategies is they come up against people, parents, grandparents, siblings, aunts and uncles, friends, even just strangers in the mall, who feel that they need to butt in. And generally, when they butt in, the feedback that you're getting is they need to know that it's wrong. You know, all this teaching them mental skills and teaching them to think critically and self-regulation crap, all that is lovely, but they need to know what they're doing is wrong. Because clearly, if they knew that it was wrong, that would automatically reveal to them what is right, right? If they knew that it was wrong, they'd automatically know what to do to get their needs met. Can we all just hold our heads for a second and think about how unbelievably naive and idiotic that sounds? Think about that in adult terms. Let's pretend for a second that you get a final bill notice in the mail. If you don't pay this bill, you're going to lose your house, your car, and have nowhere to go, which, by the way, is a very real scenario for many people, but that's a whole other rant. So, in this scenario, what are you going to do to pay this bill? You need this money fast, you don't have time to get a job, or maybe you have a job already and all that money is accounted for. So you think, okay, I'm going to decide to sell some stuff that we don't use in our house. But your spouse says, no, don't do that. You can't take my stuff and sell it. That's wrong. So you're like, okay, I'll get some more hours at work. And again, your spouse says, no, you can't do that. I need you at home. That's wrong. Okay, so I'm going to ask my parents for a loan. No, you can't take their money. That's wrong. Okay, then I'll ask the bank for a loan. No, you can't take out a loan, that's wrong. Can you see how very quickly you'd feel like you're being boxed into a corner here, and all that you're being told is what isn't acceptable as a way to fix this problem? All you're being given are limits and rules and no help. You'd very quickly begin to lash out or break the rules, even though you know that it's wrong, right? Because you don't know any other way to solve the problem. So it doesn't matter that other people think it's wrong. You still have a very pressing problem that needs solving, so you're going to solve it the best way you know how, yeah? Hey Michelle, hey Brittany, hey Shannon, hey Nicola, hey Aaron. Thank you all for being here with me tonight. So the same concept applies to children when we discipline them. I've had so many parents who've said, I don't know what we're doing wrong. We're setting firm boundaries. We've talked to them about how it's wrong. We've told them to just walk away, ignore, take deep breaths, whatever. And they're still doing it. Because newsflash, your children already know that it's wrong. Beating them over the head with it over and over again isn't going to make them realize that it's more wrong. They just don't give a damn because you haven't helped them solve the underlying problem. So they're doing it anyways. Because it's the only way that they can see to get out of this mess that they're in and the stress that they're under. It's why the advice, don't fight the bully, doesn't really work with school-aged kids, because walking away doesn't actually make the torment stop. It's why you just accept the drink or just don't accept the drink or don't smoke the joint doesn't work for teenagers, because that doesn't help you connect with people who aren't breaking the law and behaving dangerously. And it's why share, don't grab doesn't work with toddlers, because it doesn't actually help them learn the thing that they were trying to figure out by using that toy. Same problem, the fallout just changes as we get older. They already know that it's wrong. They already know that that's not what they're supposed to do, but that knowledge doesn't erase the need, so they do it anyways. So how do we fix this without A, beating them over the head with it, or B, just letting them do the banned thing? We need to figure out what the need is, and we need to help them come up with a solution to solve the problem. So when Aunt Mildred starts tisking about your overtired, oversugared, overstimulated preschooler hitting while you get them dressed to go home and says, you need to show him that that's wrong. Okay. You have my full permission to look the meddling biddy in the eye and say, he does. He's struggling because he's overtired, but thank you for your input. And say it with confidence. When your kindergartner busts out a curse word at the dinner table and your shocked relatives gasp and ask what you're going to do about it because she needs to know that speaking that way is wrong, give them a smile and say she does. But she's been patiently waiting for your attention to tell you a story for the last 20 minutes, and that was the best way that she knew how to get your attention. Next time, honey, you can say, excuse me, and continue with your meal. If all else fails and someone is throwing they need to know it's wrong at you, nod, smile, say thank you so much for your input, and then go back to teaching your child how to solve their problem. You have my blessing. Now, if you don't know how to teach them what to do instead, if you're struggling to figure out what the underlying problem is, and if you don't know why your child is stressed, then that's a problem, and you should really consider joining us in Parentability. Until November 29th, so that's Friday, at midnight Eastern, not midnight in your time zone, midnight Eastern, I'm offering $600 worth of bonuses when you register, which includes my entire library of guest expert workshops that's worth $400, and a one-to-one jumpstart call with me to create a personalized plan for your family that targets your priorities, answers all of your questions, and guides you on exactly what content to focus on and what content you can ignore in our web portal. I am so blown away by my members, y'all. People who joined literally days ago are already posting wins. They're small wins, don't get me wrong. It's only been a couple of days. But in Parentability, we celebrate all wins, every single baby step, because those baby steps combine into traveling long distances faster than you could ever imagine. So if you want to check that out, you can find it at prnt.link/join. Hey Madeline, hey Jacqueline. So, I hope that erases some of your concern. I hope it gives you a bit of a boost in confidence going into the holiday season. I want to thank every single one of you who has joined me here on the MudRoom in 2019 and wish you the very best holiday season. Happy Hanukkah, Eid Mubarak, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Yule, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. I will see you in January for the 3rd season of the MudRoom. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody. Bye.